My general advice to parents is to be proactive. Don't wait until your child's not doing well. Go ahead and take the initiative to keep their grades up. When you see, like if you have an A student that just became a B student, that's when you get them tutoring. Most parents wait until their child is failing and use tutoring as a last resort, which isn't the best idea. The students that are doing the best, keeping their grades up, honor roll students, are receiving help almost before they need it. And those are the students that are also getting into college, paying the least because they're getting scholarships, etc., because they've been able to maintain a high GPA. Well, test anxiety is an interesting thing. I do think that test anxiety exists and it can be a problem for some students, but what I found with most of my students that say they have test anxiety is that they really don't have an understanding of the material, and we really need to go back and see where they missed the material, teach them like the foundation that I keep talking about so that they can be confident when they're taking a test and get those higher scores. A lot of parents contact me right before finals or right before a test, and I can't help those students, but you have to understand that this kind of last minute help is only going to help them through the test. So the next time something else comes up, they're going to need help again, and I find it's best to just get a fundamental understanding of the material to build a strong foundation so that they can go on to learn and not run into the same roadblocks again and again. So the answer is yes, but it's not what I suggest for students. I worked with a couple of students that were not successful in other GED preparation classes, have tried to take it and receive poor scores, and I have been able to help them. I've had a 100% pass rate for my GED prep students. So this summer I'm also offering a GED prep class where adults can come for 10 weeks, twice a week, and receive preparation to take their GED. Yes, a lot of students do best when I'm able to get that foundation for them where they understand the material they're working on, and then I can pre-teach them what they will be learning. So for middle schoolers who haven't gotten into algebra, they'll probably get into pre-algebra, algebra 1 around 7th or 8th grade. So it's never too early for them to start learning the basics, and then they'll be ahead of the game when they do start those algebra classes. A lot of students end up making algebra mistakes even though they're in geometry, and it's important to remember that before geometry is algebra 1, after is algebra 2, so algebra is something they'll see again and again. So even though the problem he's having right now is in geometry, algebra is an integral part of our math education. So some of the mistakes, like you might have a geometry problem that involves triangles. In order to calculate one side of a right triangle, you need to use Pythagorean theorem. That requires algebra, and if you can't do the algebra, you'll miss that. This summer I'm offering a summer program that has a class in SAT, ACT preparation, and entering a child in that program where they have 5 weeks to really intensively go through the material will help prepare them for taking the test. It'll be a group class, but it'll be a small group, so I will be able to give individualized attention to everyone, but we'll have a course material that will cover everything, all sections of the SAT and the majority of the ACT material. The price for the summer program actually boils down to $12.50 an hour for the youth classes, and they're national chains that are charging upwards of $40 an hour for small group classes like this one, so it's a good value. The adult classes are $25 an hour, which is also an excellent price for GED prep classes or adult algebra review. I offer private lessons for $35 an hour in a variety of subjects. The sciences, math, English, test preparation is very popular. For adults that are taking college classes, I can help with several classes that you can see on the website.